Good morning. About 20 minutes after 9 on the 5th of April, a Friday, 2019. And this is E for MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. We remind you every day of that. You're responsible for your own trading. We try to help you learn this business, show you ideas to make you profitable. And certainly if you are new to the business, we don't expect that you are trading real money at all right now while you're learning. Stay in the game long enough to learn the business, and then you can have much success as long as you use your discipline and use common sense and get out of trouble as fast as you can once you get into trouble. There's a business, everybody thinks you can just make tons of money. And guess what? You can, but you can also lose tons of money. So somewhere in between is the right answer. Risk enough to make a difference in your life, but not so much that you don't want to take a stop out. All right, we're going to quickly review the ideas that we've been talking about right now. We're in the upper box. I have suggested earlier, I'd suggested yesterday that 71 was, you better make sure you're paid there. And we said 74 is already aggressive support. And then last night we said, okay, 82 is now aggressive support. And step by step, we have been able to understand the rotations. That does not mean that you have necessarily been able to participate in them. Like I said last night, my timing was really pretty bad with, kids that come over and I'm entertaining them and taking them to the playground, and what are you going to do? That's life, So, but your analysis is what you need to keep your head in the game so that you can understand when you do get to your desk, you can understand where you think the market might be going. So nobody catches all these trades. That's impossible. And I want to make that clear to you guys. Certainly don't think that Zeke and I are, sitting here at our desk and catching every little swing we talk about. That's just the commentary helps us keep our head in the game. And then when we get the right opportunity, if we're so inclined, we take advantage of it. And if we're right, profitable. And if we're not, we say, okay, donate it to the boys' retirement fund. All right, I had suggested for sure, I thought we were going to hit that 90.75, that 91 to 92 and a quarter pre-market. I had established a line that I liked at 93. And that's why I said paid for sure. And then usually you'll get some bleed back, and then you want to be trying to buy a pullback. Today we're going to be watching like a hawk that prior high, because that's retest failure if we abandon that line. So we're going to keep an eye on this prior high zone, with the idea that if we abandon that and come back through and stay under it, then this is like an overshoot double top. And we get them on the underside too, and those are very tough because you don't know until hindsight. But we are going to stay aware of that today. So I'm suggesting we still have upside targets. I'm also suggesting that if it comes back at you, take your stop out. Don't try to average in a few times, because we could get a swing backwards that will hurt you if you are late Charlie and the boys decide to pull the rug. I really felt pretty confident in the upside this morning. And part of that is because I remember a guy like Jeff Cooper saying one time that surprises usually happen in the direction of the trend. And I felt pretty good that everything was falling into place for these targets. We still have upside targets, as you know, and those are going to be considered resistance targets. So our middle right now, 80.75, let's call it 86.75. Let's call it 87. This is basically an area that I like as a flipper not necessarily today's flipper, but that 87.5 area. If that holds and we still keep going up, if it breaks, then that opens the door to the 85s, the 82s. So we're going to keep an eye on that area today. It'll be pretty important. For now, this double down here, this is what I said was our squeeze pivot. Till that breaks, that support. And then obviously this pullback to the middle, the earlier pullback, that's also a support. Zika's identified the scene of the crime at 86. Okay, so a lot of times that gets revisited. Put that in your notes that that's an important idea. For today, first things first, if you've already got a few shekels, I said, be happy today. Spread out your trades, get a point here, get a point there, be happy with it. If you get your vig early, then you don't have to sit around all day. You go play. That's the name of the game. A little bit of a spread now. We had such a ridiculous spread before with angels and demons. This is the trap bar. Everybody thinks we're going to break. We come back. This holds. Read this right here and understand where your support is. That's the gap. So it looks like they've set up about from that gap area about a 10-point range, and obviously 88's the middle of that. So that's where we're beginning with ideas. And today, I think the squeeze can continue. Do not think about big trades. Think about small trap and squeeze type moves, the whack-a-mole trades. This 5-minute chart was absolutely perfect. Held the rain line, got the push, and pulled back. We're still above the blue line. So chase trades today, if you're playing, 1 foot on a banana peel. And anybody who's conservative, stay out the first 5 minutes. And I don't believe the high is in yet. But be careful about distribution towards the highs today. We're using 98.25 as next resistance. And then after that, that target that Zeke had talked about yesterday as 2901, 2902 not ruled out. And we are open, and anybody that is chasing today, you're looking for double top evidence. If we get a new high, any new highs, don't hang on to them. Use the idea of hit and run, because I think it'll be a little skittish on any new highs. Just my feeling. Bias has been up, and it still is, and then as the day wears on, we're going to need some profit taking. And if I know the boys, they're going to love to get up there and try to challenge that 29 before we're done today, 2,900. Do not add fuel to the fire by shorting and then adding and adding in and adding in. If you try short and it doesn't work, drop it. At this level, it's anybody's guess when they pull a rug. All right, play well.